you for joining us. So our elder today is Stella Johnson, and I'll hand it over to her, but I just want to acknowledge that we are all on traditional unceded territories of different First Nations around the island or BC, wherever it is that we're living or working and being at the moment. And so just wanted to acknowledge that no land in BC is not a traditional territory of a First Nation. So we honor and respect that.
I'll let you pick who would be next.
Sure. Okay, so first on my list is Kathy.
Okay, so I will start off after, then Kathy will start. Is that how you want me to do it?
It doesn't. You can start, Stella, if you like.
Okay. Dan chikakio kiawao, Nawihoin, Stella Erasmus Johnson, McLennan iginihtawian, Magumo tahaski kamiosik sanaimo, kasihati kawigian, mina pihtaw gusanak meiti kawigita ota. Tapi wichiuya humota chuasimsak kapi nihtaw tapik squitaw tanihiyaw Michif pik squitaw. Tamitihi taw koyaskuma. Hi. Hello everyone, my name is Stella Erasmus Johnson. I'm Métis Cree speaker. I'm originally from McLennan, Alberta, and I now live in this beautiful territory of the Nanaimo people, also the home of the Métis here in Nanaimo. I been living on the island now for 34 years, and I acknowledge the beautiful nations that are sharing their land with us to live, learn, and do. It's quite an honor to be able to teach our language and be able to practice our culture here. So, kispanoma tawichiuya, kukum na wakamusum na kasitapi wichiuta kuma kayas mswiti o chakagi matsitawaski. Umota kawi pik squia, kawi tanchakagi sa pik squia, minakagi sa matsya, tapiwi chiwya, umota tamutihya, koyaskuma, tapmatsya, kichuasimsa, mswitio chikapito tita o maski. Hi, migoch kanaskum tanan, Greco, masicho, thank you. Kanaskumtin. Okay. In English, thank you, our Creator, for being with us in this beautiful day. We ask for your presence and to bring our grandmothers, our grandfathers with you, our ancestors from the four corners of the earth, to be with us in this beautiful territory that we all live and learn. That we will have a good mind, good heart, and respect to do the things that we need to do to share our culture and our language with all people. And we are thankful that we are able to do this now, to be able to share. We ask for all these favors and blessings, and also special thoughts and blessings for our families and friends that may be having a tough time. To bless them, give them comfort, to heal. We ask for all these blessings. Hi, migoch kanaskum tanan, Greco, masicho. Hi. Thank you very much. Did you send them those charts that I shared? So that'll help you. That's basically what I have here right now. So with the phonetics, the Cree use only 15 letters of the English alphabet. They are A, C, H, E, I, K, M, N, O, P, S, T, U, W, and Y. There is another dialect that will use the other vowel also. And the only letters with the long and the short sound are A, E, I, O, and U. And then there's suffix endings with vowels that has plus the W with it. So like it would be, can you see this here chart here? So when, maybe I should go with this. So a short vowel will not have a macron on top of it. And the long vowels will have a macron. That's what I call them. In French, they were called accent aigu. So the accents. So this is a short vowel, a, and o. But when you put a long vowel, it's a, e, o. So that's where, instead of double voweling, I will put an accent on the vowel to show that you got to make it longer sound. Okay. So, and these are the vowels, and these are the consonants, the ones that I just named here, right? So those are the most stuff, the letters that we will be using, but other dialects will use others. But we do Cree Michif, some Michif, like Norman, he double vowels because he's from more east, and he's also Anishinaabe, where they double vowel. So that's basically, we all can understand each other. It's the dialect that will make the sound a little bit different. So, and it's all Cree based. Most of it is all Cree. So you have the N dialect, the TH dialect, the L dialect, the Y dialect. So that's why we all sound different, but we still can understand. Some sound are more French sounding words. But they're spelled different, but sound the same. So, like, I will say them, and I'd like you to repeat them for yourselves because this is like your ABCs, right? A, E, O. So wa is a W. When it's got an A with it, it's got a wa sound. And it will be like a black dot when we're doing this, the symbols. And there's ow, which is the O. And then p, but also it has a B sound, b, p, b. I didn't put them there, sorry. And there's t, and it also may have a D sound, t, d. And k, just a K, but, and then there's g sound. Some of the K's have a G sound to them. A lot of it sometimes is in the middle of the word when there's the beginning, kigwai, like what. So, ch, that's the CH. Sometimes they won't put an H with the letter. It might be just CI or CE, but that's a ch sound. And then there's a M, which is And then that's where our nasal comes. Put your teeth together, go N, and s, like a snake. S. And this is a Y. It's huh. No, t. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. And the H sound is huh. Like you when you see an H, sometimes they won't put an H in there. Sometimes they'll just have a comma. That indicates that's the H sound that you would put in that word. But I will be giving you words later to be able to work with that. So so we'll go A, E, O. Wa, ow, p, d, k, g, t, s, ye, h. So now when you put a vowel and a consonant together, this is the sound. Pa, pe, pi, po. Ta, ke, ti, to. Ka, ke, ki, ko. Cha, che, chi, cho. Ma, me, mi, mo. Na, ne, ni, no. Sa, se, si, so. Ya, ye, ye, yo. Now we'll do this one with the B sound. Ba, be, bi, bo. And this is the D sound. Da, de, di, do. And this will be the G sound. Ga, ge, gi, go. So that will, but I will, each time we start, I will be giving you words using and I'd like you to make your own chart. As you know, you get those recipe cards. So make your own, the 4 vowels and the consonant, that be one shade, and then make the other ones like the other parts with the consonant and the vowel together. Make them for yourself to recognize. And when you're sitting somewhere, just practice that sound. Just practice saying them. Don't worry about you're saying it wrong or doesn't sound right. It will come. We're all learning a language, so don't worry about the sound. And please don't laugh at anybody because they're saying it wrong. That's not, we don't want that. We need to respect each other. I understand we all have different dialects, so someone else might say it in a different way. So that does not necessarily that they're saying it wrong. It's because we're all brought up with different dialects. Okay, so here, like the character we use, like the like sometimes also see the CH, you'll see the, can you see that, or is that too small? It's CH, and then this is a T, a C with the accent on it. Like the I in English, like light, you use it that way, light. Like M in moon. N, like in night. P or B, like P, you spell in the bill, like bill, bill. S, like in C. When there's an H with it, sh, like sky. The T or a D, like T in sty or D in die. So you still hear that English word. The TH sound, like the in English, this, the W, like W in English, way, way. Yeah, like in yes, yeah. There's that when you see this comma thing, that's a pause sound, like the one in the middle of the word is a ch. So sometimes you'll see that That's where the H is sounding like. Am I going too fast?
I imagine this is a lot of learning for all of us. So really, I think it's good for us to hear this all, and then
We'll
what we kind of,
We'll repeat again because I will be doing words.
yeah.
Okay.
This is just the introduction stuff that we need to know, right? So
Yes,
Good.
We're not. I just want to get. That's why I'd like you to practice that sound system, and when you see the word, it'll make sense, because all our words are descriptive. With our language, you can describe. Once you learn the cultural part of that word, where that word came from or how it was used, it'll be much easier. You'll almost can see, when you see that word, you can see, oh, you know what that is, especially when you're starting with your colors and things like that. So there's dialect verifications. Like I said, Cree is spoken all throughout Canada. And so there are multiple dialects of the language. The main difference between Cree dialects in the consonant that is pronounced, like L in Moose Cree is pronounced in the North Cree, ye, in the Plains and Eastern Cree, and have the N in the Swampy Cree. So the word for the wind is pronounced Yotin, but Yotin in the Plains Cree and Notin in the Swampy Cree, because it's with an N, right? And the THO with a accent on it is Totin. Totin. They're saying Yotin. So, and the speakers further on west pronounce the S instead of the CH sound. And speakers to the east and the north pronounce the I or A instead of a E. Nonetheless, speakers of the different Cree dialects are able to understand each other, just like English spoken from America, Canada, and Australia, despite the significant differences in their accents. Does that make sense? Why everybody has a different way of saying something? It's because of the dialect and the area. As the Cree moved from the Hudson Bay, where as they come, so they might end up in the Saulteaux Nation, might live with them for a couple of years. So they pick up their dialect. As they come out west, they visit family and stayed with them. So that's why we end up with so many different dialects, because of our different nations, relatives that we moved as we moved. Okay. So your homework will be to make yourself a little personal chart to study. You're waiting at the ferry or waiting for somebody to pick up something. And some pairs of consonants are distinct to English are merged in Cree. These pairs of consonants are k that I mentioned and g, p, d, t, d, s, ch, j, like j, j. When they come between the two vowels, these consonants are almost pronounced voiced. As, g, bid, d, j. Anywhere else, these are, like, for an example, see the hat on the A? Pacan. Pacan is pronounced pagan. It's got a K in the middle, but it should have a G sound, pagan, which means it's a nut, right? Pecan, pecan. Sohkan is also pronounced sohgan. It should have a G sound here. Sohgan can be pronounced sohkan or sohgan. Just forgot to put the G on that. Kaskeitin is pronounced Kaskeitin. Din, there's a D. The T has a D sound. Kaskeitin. There are some exceptions in this rule, of course. They're compiled since an assonant consonant is always pronounced the same way. In some positions, you can make an error. So it's really important when you see an accent on a letter, it's important that you pronounce that right word, because you might swear at somebody or say a bad word if you don't have that right sound in there. The Cree, unlike in English, the letter H is pronounced before a consonant as well as between vowels. For some Cree speakers, it is pronounced like any other H. Here, you can get the hang of pronouncing the H before consonant. I just go, you go, breathe in, go, H. Huh, it's kind of a breath take when you see the H. Can you hear that? Sorry. Practice the sound like breathing in glass to fog it up, like, you know. But for other Cree speakers, H becomes a stronger sound when it is pronounced before a consonant. For example, before a K or a H can be pronounced like gutturally, like the ch in the German word ach. So sohgan is pronounced sohkan, but some speakers will say sohgan by others. So before the T, the H can be pronounced like think. So mahti is pronounced mahdi. Some speakers also mohdi by others. So before the CH can be pronounced like the sh in sheep. So kiche is pronounced ketche. There's no C in there. They don't have a C. Ketche. By some speakers, it's kisti. There's an S in there. So before the A, the P, the H can be pronounced like a F in feel. So pa pa win. Pa win. It's pa he win. Pa win. In some speakers, is pa fe you win. Pa fe win by others. Not all Cree speakers, they use the H's this way, and you don't have to use these pronunciations yourself, but it is good to be aware of that sound. Okay, now we're going to do some words here. It would be nice if I could hear you pronouncing. Could they put their speakers on so I could hear them?
Yeah, certainly we can do that. We weren't sure. I mean, I know I wasn't sure. I was thinking I was just pronouncing it by myself, but
I think we'll all practice so we could hear how we say it.
Okay. So if you're comfortable, put your speakers on, please.
Short A, I, and O. These are the short vowels. The short A pronounced like ah in the appeal. Upsis.
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 This.
Good. That's a little bit. See, the I has to go a longer I. Upsis. Upsis.
Upsis.
Upsis.
There's no accent on that I, right? Up means to sit. Up.
Okay.
Up.
Uppe.
Was.
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 Going away. But if you really want them to go away, you say, I was. Just get out of here. I was. Go away.
I wish, Mom.
Oh, we know. When she comes into your room, say, I was, Mom. I'm being bad. Awina.
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 We win. Awina.
Awina.
Awina. If you put them in syllables, awina.
Awina.
Very good. Now the short I's pronounced like in it. Itota.
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 Sounds like you're saying an E, but that's the right sound. So when you see something starting off with an I, it's an E sound. And then some of them will write this word starting with an E. Itota. Atota. Okay?
Is it okay if I take a picture of the chart so that we have this?
Sure.
Well, so what I would like for you to do, Stella, is if you could take pictures of this as well, like all these sheets that you've been showing us, and then I can redistribute that out to everybody.
Sure.
Great.
So Itota.
Itota.
Do it. Yeah. Itwi.
Itwi.
Twee. We, like we. What? Itwi. Say.
Itwi.
Itawa.
Itawa.
Point. Itawa.
Itawa.
Now this one is going to be a little, this is where I like you to put the syllables in. Isi, ka, so. Very good.
Isikaso.
Yeah, isi, ka, so. So when you say all your words, take your time and put them in E, C, ka, so. E by itself, C, ye, ka, so. You see, ye, ka, so. You see, ka, so. But some will have a D in front of it, like Dishni Kason, right? That's Dishni Kason. It's the same as Isika Ishnikaso, his name. Ishnikason, his or her name is named. Insikason Stella. Insikaso Jackie. Okay.
So Shane.
It's an E sound. It's an E sound. Isikaso.
So
And then if you want to say yourself, Nisikasun, you would put an I in front of this. I means me. K means like you, the other person. Kisikasun, your name is. You put a K. And when you're speaking of yourself, it's an N. Nisikasun. And then you would ask somebody, Tanse Kisikasun. Tanse, what is your name? You do put a K in front of it. Okay. Yes. And there's a short O pronounced like the two O's together, like an owl. Oh, oh, in shook. Oh, shook. So O teen. Otin. Take some. Like take some, Otin.
Otin.
Yeah, and then Otina is take it.
Otina.
Yeah, you add an A to it. Take it. Otin is take some. Otina.
Otina.
See. This way. See.
Umsi.
Is see.
See.
See. See.
See.
See. Pepon.
Pepon.
Pepon. You
Pepon.
Winter. And then we'll go into the longer vowel. We're going to, now they're going to have the accent on it. So you're going to be stretching that vowel, long marked A, O, E. A long A pronounced like A in Fa, like Fa, La, La, you know, Fa as in Do, Re, Mi, Mo, Fa, So, La. So that's the sound. Stum.
Astum.
Come here. Stum.
Astum.
Over this way. Astamiti. Astamiti.
Astamiti.
Yeah, astamiti.
Astamiti.
Sometimes askau.
Askau.
Askau. Sometimes askau. Ahai.
Ahai.
The long I pronounced like E in me. Me-na. And some might spell it with a E, then it's going to ma, me, me. It would be me, Mina. So Mina, and some will say Mena. That the E will have an E written in it. Mina. Ni pin.
Nipin.
Summer. Ni pin. Pin. Pin.
Ipin.
Yep.
Ipin.
Siguan.
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 Spring. Siguan.
Siguan.
Me got. It's spring now.
Siguan.
Soon. Wipa.
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 Now with the long O sound, like O in hour, ow, O, ota,
Ota.
Ota.
or like or, ota.
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 Here, ota.
Ota.
OT is over here, like OT. Yeah. Ota
OT.
is here. OT is you want them to come towards you, or you know, OT. Apo,
Apo.
itigui.
Itigui.
Very good. That's maybe. Apo,
Aho.
itigui.
Itigui.
And some you might hear apo itikui. They might
Apo itigui.
pronounce it as a K, k, instead of a G sound. Apotikui.
Apotikui.
Namoya.
Namoya.
Every child knows that word right from the word go. No. Namoya.
Namoya.
No or not or whatever. Namoya. Namoya. And mom can say namoya when you tell her to go, just to go away. Mom's answer is namoya. And the long E and that's right. Pronounced like in day, a, the long E, I, E, go, ta, ikota,
Ikota.
Ekota.
Ikota.
igoti,
Igoti.
Ekoti.
over there. Nihiyao,
Ihiyao.
nihiyao. Ow.
Nihiyao.
Yao.
That's a Cree.
Nihiyao.
Nihiyao.
Ihiyao.
Nihiyawi. Speak Cree.
Nihiyawi.
Nihiyawi.
Nihiyawi. Speak Cree. Okay, does that help so far? In Cree, we use 7 vowel sounds to write in, like the standard Roman orthography. That's what we call when we're using the English letters to write a Cree word. It's standard Roman orthography. We have 3 short vowel sounds, a, o, and 4 long vowel sounds, marked by a macron. I call it a hat, but some will have a straight line. Some might have a, you know, just half a line. Over the vowels, like a, o, e.
E, O, I.
A, O, E. I usually write it A, E, O. I usually put the O at the end because it makes it easier, more rhythmic. A, E, O. Like I was told by an elder when they used to sing the little alphabet, they used to sing a little song to the baby while they were swinging it. And that's why this is So I'm not a singer, but this is how I want you to go. A, E, O.
A, E, O.
A, E, O. Wa, Au, P, T, K, Ch, S, Ye, H. Now this is your little song that you can sing to your baby now or to whoever. A, E, O. Ba, baby, bo. Ta,
T,
do. Ka,
Ka, ke,
ki, ko. Cha,
che,
cho. Ma, me, ni, mo. Na, ne, ni, no. Sa, se, si, so. Ya, ye, ye, yo. So all it is, we're adding the consonant with the vowel to give you that sound. Okay? Go over again. I'll let you guys say it and I'll point to it.
A,
E,
E, O, Pa,
P, P, O, Ta,
Ta,
Te,
Te,
T,
To,
To, Ka,
Ka, Ke,
K,
Ki,
Ki, Ko,
Cha,
Cha,
che,
Che,
chi,
Chi,
cho,
Cho, Ma,
Me,
Ni,
Ni,
Mo, Na,
Na,
ne,
A,
Ni,
No,
No,
Sa,
Sa,
se,
Se,
si,
Si,
so,
So,
So, Ya,
ye,
Yi,
Yi, Yo.
Okay? So when you make that little chart that I sent, you can put these letters inside. There's also one blank one. Don't put anything in those charts that you've got. Excuse me. Make your own with these symbols inside. So this here, when you see this mark, that's the TA sound. When you see it this way, that's a T. Tay. And they all fit in. So make your own little charts. Do the vowels on one and the consonant on one, like one sheet. And then put as many as you can on another sheet, maybe 3. So, maybe you can have 3 or 4 those recipe books. I mean, those little, you can get them at the dollar store, I think. And there's different colors. You can get all the solid color. I made myself one. I don't know where it is right now, but yeah, it's just to help you do that sound system for yourself. Will that help? So,
Yeah,
I'll take a picture of this and send it to you, right?
Yeah, all those pages, please, Stella. And then,
and this one also.
yep, everything that you showed us and taught us today would be great. Obviously, if people want to make their own, that's good, because I don't know how quickly I'll be able to make like a nice word version of it.
I think they should make their own, because they're teaching themselves at the same time. Sometimes when we write things, it helps us connect.
It's using different parts of your brain at the same time. So
yes, total participation.
Yes.
So
But I will
So-
have like a final copy too that you can check to see if that your notes are right.
And then we can extend it. Well, that's when you got this H in there. But we won't go into that yet. But this is, so you can have the whole chart when it's this symbol with the AH. A, E, O. You see that? Ha, pe, P, po. Pretty soon you're going to be able to write words using this here. Ta, te, ti, to, ka, ke, ki, ko. So you're just adding another consonant to your, actually they're called finals. That's final marks. But I just wanted to show you, you're going to end up be able to write pe just using these symbols. You see? But that's further advanced. Right now, we're just going to do the basic stuff. See, suffix endings with a vowel plus with a W. Ow. Example, sagao. Wood. This would be a G sound. And when I'm writing the word, I just put a little line like this just to show me that I got to pronounce it like a G when I see a K. Kehil. This has got a K sound, not a G sound. Kehil, eagle. Kehil, a lynx. It's almost like pussy, because that pussy was a cat. Pussy, pissil. That's a big, like a lynx or a, what's another name for a lynx?
Like a bobcat?
Yeah, a bobcat, yeah.
Horse. These are equal.
Mato.
Mato.
He's crying. He or she is crying. Pihil. It's a grouse. That's the prairie chicken. Pihil. And for white man chicken is pahil. Because it kind of laughs, you know how the chicken makes that noise. So anyhow, you'll be able to start writing little words and be able to pronounce them with this. So you want me to take a picture of this also?
Yes, please.
And this, no, I don't want to do this yet.
No, if we're not there, then let's not take a picture of that
No,
yet.
we're just learning the ABCs. Okay, so how much more time have we got?
Well, as much time or as little time as you want. I had said it was about an hour and a half, so, but I leave it up to you.
So I would like to do an exercise. I call it syllabics. What is it? What do I call it now? Syllabics aerobics. So I'd like everybody to stand up. And I'm going to do the vowels and the consonants, the markers. And I want you guys to follow me in how I do it. I don't know, do you want to have a closing after this part? Or do you want some more words? I don't want to overfill you guys up. It's too much information.
How's everyone feeling?
Good.
Who gave you the first part? Was it Tom?
Yes, and so he talked a little bit. I mean, he just talked stories about words and history and really that kind of, like when we were talking before, he's more the story, like
Yeah.
where you're,
okay.
you're more breaking it down.
Introducing you to the culture and how the words came about,
Yes.
stuff like that.
And I'm not sure exactly what Bruce is going to do. He said just basic conversation. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like.
Well, this will help when Bruce will be telling you the words.
Mhm.
So, and if you could maybe send me the words that he's given you guys, then we will practice it with doing the syllabics with those words. How's that?
I can't promise that because unless he creates the list, I have to take time and go back to the video and copy every single word down.
Oh, okay, okay. That's okay, but I will have more words. Introduction, what would you like next time? We'll go over this again. Did you want to do numbers next or greetings?
I'm just looking to
Because
see.
I have a
the-
numbers chart. I've
So I
got all these
believe-
charts.
Okay, so the next lesson, the next two lessons after this one are basic conversation 1 and 2 with Bruce. And then Tom was going to do greetings and you were going to do family.
Okay, family words. Like mother, father, brother, sister.
Yeah.
That idea?
Yes. I don't know what Tom's greetings are going to look like.
Yeah.
It probably won't be quite as formalized as what you have because I know you've done a lot of curriculum stuff in terms of language. So
Yeah.
but we can always revisit stuff. And I know that Stella and I had talked a little bit about the possibility of extending these lessons. So we'll
See, my name is Dishni Kashan.
Dishni Kashan.
And what is your name? Tanshe Ishi Kashoyen.
Tanshi, Ish,
Yesh.
Ishi
Ishi,
Nikashoyen.
Nikashayan.
Win.
Yeah, if you put them all in,
Ish.
you'll be able to say the words if you put them in syllables, like, you know. That's like a whole sentence. Ishikasoye. Okay, I will help you with those, that kind of, you just got to remember, put it in, don't try to say the whole word completely. Put it in syllables. It'll help you. Okay, everybody's upstanding?
Yep.
So put your hands like this. So this is a E,
E.
A.
E,
Oh, E.
E.
O,
O.
huh?
Pa.
Pay,
Pe.
T.
Ch.
Oops, wait a minute. Can you still see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pa,
Pa.
Pa.
T,
Pa.
K,
K.
K.
Ch.
Ch.
Mm,
Mm.
Mm.
mm,
Mm.
S,
S.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
hook,
Bo.
hook. Put them up. Okay, now faster.
Oh.
This is syllabics, aerobics. A,
A.
A,
E.
E,
E.
E.
O,
O.
Pa,
Pa.
T,
Ta.
K,
Ch.
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 mm,
Mm.
mm,
Mm.
Mm.
S, yeah, hook.
Yeah. Oh.
A, come on, come on.
A.
A,
E.
E,
E.
O,
O.
P,
P.
T, K,
K.
karate chop.
Ch.
Mm,
Mm.
Mm.
mm,
Mm.
Mm.
S,
S.
yeah,
Yeah.
hook.
Oh.
Oh.
That's your syllabics for today, your exercise. Okay. So those are smoke signals. So they are called Chakapihiganak in Cree. Syllabics. Okay. If there's another dialect that uses, let's see, what other vowel is there? A, E, I, O, and sometimes some use a U, isn't there?
Yep.
U.
U and sometimes Y.
Yeah,
Times Y.
but I have Y here at the bottom, which is a consonant. Does that help everyone? Will that help when we do that?
I think it's a great start. I think we've yeah, got some good sounds, and we're understanding how to break down some of that. So, you know, I think
Yeah.
for a number of us, it's the first time we've ever had a chance to see that breakdown as well. So
Yeah, it's breaking them down as Tom teaches you, and Bruce, just break it down in syllables, like, right? It makes it easier. Don't worry about the right sound. It will come as you practice saying these to yourself. And I like it that there's families participating, because now you have each other to learn together to say those words. And it would help if you wanted to make little flashcards and put it on something that you want to learn, like salt and pepper. You could have that on a table, butter, plates, fork, get a knife, your marteau, there's different, right? So my next one is that's where you want family names.
yeah, and you know that topic list I had sent out to the three of you. That's why I was hoping you guys would get back to me about what it was that you think that we do next. So really, that was just me trying to create a curriculum. So, you know, I think, again, like I'd said in this write-up, that we're doing a very beginner, dip your toes into it language. This isn't an intensive.
No, I don't want anybody to get frustrated, but it's a slow process, but you practice at home. You got a week to practice what I've just done. And now Bruce is going to be next, right?
Yes.
And practice his stuff. And then when I come back, we will redo the sound system, and then I'll give you new words using the syllabics.
That's great.
And I know most people always want a prayer, but I always say it in English, put it down just a short way, and then translate it. Here's one that I've done. I don't know if you want me to send a copy of that. It's our Nohtawi, our great Father, be with us. Can we look after us today? Kakio nianan, all of us. Kituasimsak, your children. Napiwak, men. Napisisak, boys. Isquiwak, women. Isquisak, young ladies. Igwa, kakiao, kutagat. Also other people. I see Nawak. So we ask also other nations, like other Ota Aski in this land. Kitanas Nan. We thank you.
Sure. Yeah. If you want to send that to me with a translation, that would be great. And then I can, again, any resources I get from you, I will send them out in terms of, I'm going to send them out to the group, and then we'll be creating a resource for ourselves, like a collective book. That we
Yeah,
can use
and then it's just to give you an idea, but I always say pray from your heart, what you are feeling like, not a ritual type of like Our Father who art in heaven, and you know that's colonialized. If from your spirit, okay, that's how I think. And it doesn't have to be long. Just thank the Creator for the beautiful day that we have today, and to look after us or our family or what you would like. That's, to me, that's what a prayer is. It comes from you, what you are thankful for or what you would like your blessing to be for the day. And just like offer a blessing before your meal or whatever way.
Yeah.
That's what, to me, I think that's what a prayer should be, because I know I was raised a Catholic and everything is so memory. You memorize, it eventually doesn't mean anything because you're just rattling off a bunch of words to me anyway. But so I always think you should pray from your heart what you feel like you want to say and ask for. Okay? But I'll give this as a little sample,
Great.
and you can go from there.
Sounds good.